Good morning. Hi everyone. So we're still in our wedge consolidation in Bitcoin, but yesterday we had a bit of a breakdown and a sharp move lower. Are we going to keep going lower, or are we going to find support here is the key question today. And so far on our trading system, this is a sell setup. We're just about to cross on the CCI. We've had a three-wave bounce, which looks like a bear flag, and we've stalled at our 20 moving average. Sometimes, so this is a sell setup on a break here, and we're just triggering it now. Sometimes, if we don't make a new low, it means that this first swing was just the first swing in a bigger ABC. I have to say, with sentiment and everything else this morning, I think this is quite a good valid reversal, and potentially if we continue lower, we're going to head back to these lows around 6,100. What I'm going to do, what we did yesterday, is do the ABC measured move here and see where this takes us, because if this was our first swing lower into this congestion, and then we measure it from the highs, then the level that we need to break to keep going lower becomes 6,222. This is Bitstamp prices. And then our ABC equal measured move support comes in at a sort of right at the lows at 6,067. If we do the same, say, with Bitfinex prices, which we can do here like this. Okay, then we're going to say, this is not quite the same pretty congestion, is it, that we had in Bitstamp on the spike, but we can do this a couple of ways at Bitfinex. In fact, Bitfinex got really distorted by the tether FUD. Perhaps I shouldn't use Bitfinex. Perhaps I should use Coinbase. That would be another better one, I think. So using Coinbase prices, we can see that 6,200 is the 618 support level. That's what we'd need to break to go all the way to the lows. And that if we do, we're going to go to 6,036. So not necessarily an immediate breakdown, but below 6,200 in Coinbase prices it would be. So be a little bit careful, but that's how it's looking in Bitcoin. We're headed lower and potentially back to 6,000. So support around 6,100, 6,200. If we break it back to 6,000, and then below there, then we're starting to say, well, if we go any lower than that, is this a breakdown of this wedge consolidation that we've been in? Should we retest 5,800 and so on? So, time to be careful. Time to be careful for sure. Now, one of them that I think might be set to go higher is Phoenix. So Red Pulse Phoenix. By that I mean Red Pulse Phoenix, because it's holding that weird level. Let me find where I've hidden it. Probably doesn't look like much, and why are we stopping here? But if we go to the daily, we put our regular candles on. If I mark the Maribosu line, the 50% of the open close of this big thrust candle, this is the 50% mark. So draw the red line. We've got a little bit of a double bottom going on here. We're above our hourly moving averages. Everything is kind of setting up to roll. The problem with this is that hourly moving averages are the wrong way round. The 50 is above the 20. When you see this, one of a couple of things usually happens. Either we'll go up to that 50 and we'll get rejected off it, and we'll come back and we'll do a bigger double bottom to make a base, or we'll get above it, find support from it, and then make a big thrust that will pull the 20 up. I don't know which one of those two will happen, but if it's the first one, so if you buy it, if you put your Heikinashii on, if you're 15-minute trading this, say for example, then mark the level where that 50 moving average is on a 5 or 15 minute, so we know it's there. And then if you're trading it, you can watch the reaction when we get there. Either we'll break through or we'll reverse there, and if we reverse there, then get out and wait or reduce your position, something like that. So that's how I see Phoenix, but I do think that this is a really actually good, I think this is a potentially, if we can make new highs and carry on higher here, this is a good place to look for a reversal, and that's how I would trade it. So that price for the hourly 50 at the moment is around 515. All the time we're underneath it though, we'll be pulling it lower, so that will drop a little bit and then drop a little bit. But potentially, yes, bullish reversal we're looking for in Red Pulse Phoenix for another leg higher. So let's put our regular candles back on and talk about where it will go to. I think if this is a wave 1 and then we have this wave 2 and this is an amazing wave 3, then we could be lining up new highs. And in terms of fib projections for new highs, that's 1137. If it's not, and if this is the first swing and then we're going to do a rally and then another swing lower, then you know 50% of the drop is likely where we'll meet resistance. So 716, mark it as resistance. 566 will be resistance, then 716. But otherwise, I think it's got a really good look. And yeah, if we get to 1138, please take at least half off. That's going to be a major resistance. Then Neblio, finally. This was not what I was expecting. I was really thinking that Neblio could do a bit better than this. I had this as the most recent swing higher, and I had this because this 236 reaction was really good. And we went beyond the 382, so I don't know why it's not holding. But it is what it is, okay? So if this is a 1 and this is a 1, 2, 3, then this swing, we should see a 382 retrace of it ideally. And that's a little bit lower. Let me change the colors. Oh. This is, on this page, it's the other way around to trading view, so I keep clicking the wrong button. There we go. So from this low to this high, this is the ideal support. And we are wrong to be bullish if we go back below this wave here. So 4,194,200. Really, we can just say these prior highs. That's where we're looking for us to hold support. And it's pretty clear support and resistance as well. So far so good. Let's see if this support level holds in Neblio. Much sharper pullback than I was expecting, but there you go. I also think that we might not get their first swing, and if we do go in 1, and I should really put Heiken-Ashi on because it's hard to see what's going on here. If we get there in a 1er, I would don't forget that that rule about 3-wave corrections still applies. So this is 1, bounce, 2, and then 3 before we go up again. So just like even on small time frames, you'll always see a couple of waves.